We're here today with Dr. Tony Keating, Chief Executive Officer and Managing Director of ResApp Health. Tony, thanks for your time.
Thanks, David.
Can you tell us a little bit about the ResApp business?
So ResApp is a digital healthcare company, and what we're doing is we're using consumer-based digital technology to improve healthcare. We have technology that's able to use the sound of a patient's cough to accurately diagnose respiratory disease. Basically what that means is we can turn the smartphone that's in your pocket into a medical device capable of diagnosing respiratory disease at accuracy levels that you normally see in a hospital.
The last 12 months have been particularly exciting for the company. Can you explain some of the recent milestones?
The recent milestones have primarily been around the clinical progress of our technology. We've run a number of clinical studies in Australia that have demonstrated that we can accurately diagnose respiratory disease in both adults and children at levels of accuracy comparable to or better than a chest x-ray or blood tests or sputum tests. As well as the clinical work, we've also been working on the regulatory side of things. We've met with the FDA back in March of this year, and we now have a very clear pathway about what's needed to take us through to FDA approval.
What's the size of the market that your product is looking to penetrate into?
We've estimated about 700 million doctor visits every year result in a diagnosis of respiratory disease. So we're focused on telehealth and providing a tool for telehealth doctors to more accurately diagnose during a telehealth session.
Telehealth's not a term known to most Australians, but it is a big market, particularly in the US.
Telehealth, the way we define it, is simply a patient visiting their GP or their primary care physician in the US over a video link. So it's similar if you're using FaceTime or Skype to talk to a friend or a family member. But instead here you're talking to a doctor who's then trying to make a decision about how to treat you for a condition. So it saves you time. You don't have to sit in a waiting room for hours and hours to see a doctor. You don't have to try to find an appointment. So it's very convenient for patients. It's also very cost effective for insurers. A US doctor's appointment costs around $140 per visit. A telehealth consultation costs around $40 or $50. So it's a very effective way and a very convenient way for people to see their primary care doctor or their GP.
What are the milestones the company's looking to over the next 6 to 12 months?
Our focus at the moment is our US clinical study. We have 3 major US hospitals that will be running our study for us, including Massachusetts General Hospital, one of the largest and most prestigious hospitals in the US. This study will provide us with the data that we need for our US FDA submission, and then once we've submitted that, we will await FDA approval and market entry.
Tony, thanks for your time.
Thanks, David.